noix de coco. Le lait de coco est un laxatif naturel.
Stand upon their nakedness. And each cross, the driven stake of tidewood, bears the last signature of men, written with such perplexity, with such bewildered pity, the words choke as they begin. Unknown seamen, the ghostly pencil wavers and fades, the purple drips, the breath of the wet season has washed their inscriptions as blue as drowned men's lips. Dead seamen, gone in search of the same landfall, whether as enemies they fought or fought with us, or neither. The sand joins them together, enlisted on the other front.
The Beach Burial by Ken Slisson. And now we're returning to the Romantics and Christina Rossetti. I remember a couple of years ago on this programme, hearing Shirley Henderson's brilliant rendition.
David Cameron said he was a huge talent, while the Irish president, Michael D. Higgins, described him as one of the big figures of broadcasting. Director Helen said Sir Terry was a master of his craft who would be greatly missed.
Terry always said he was obsessed with radio, and the fact was his obsession led him to become a brilliant communicator. He had about 8 million people listening to his breakfast show, but when you listened to it, you thought he was talking to you, and you alone.
Terry Wogan was born in Limerick, at the Irish broadcaster RTE, before becoming one of the original cast of Radio 1 presenters in London in the mid-60s. A fellow Radio 1 DJ from those days, Tony Blackburn, said he was a lovely man who never took himself too seriously.
He always used to talk at the Oldies lunch, Oldies magazine lunch, and he'd get up and he'd tell the same jokes year after year. And I said to him, "You tell the same jokes every year." He said, "Yes, but at our age we can't remember." And he had a lovely sense of humour, but he was basically just, he treated everybody beautifully. I never saw him in a temper or get flustered.
The business secretary, Sajid Javid, has admitted that the deal with Google over its tax affairs was not a glorious moment. The government came to an agreement with the firm for it to pay £130 million in back taxes, but while it was hailed by the Chancellor George Osborne as a success, critics said it was not enough. A series of bombs has killed at least 50 people and injured more than 100 near Syria's holiest Shia shrine south of Damascus. The Islamic State militant group says it carried out the attack. Andy Murray's hopes of winning his first Australian Tennis Open have been dashed again. Murray lost his fifth final in the competition in